Ye drive a hard bargain, matey, but Mortimer does love a good scuffle.
Chemists use experimental anti-aging drug on themselves that grows younger until finally ceases to exist. Government to seek the ban of dangerous de-aging research. Disaster strikes as the leader of our southern neighbors killed by an unidentified assassin during an official visit. Intelligence agency uncovering connections between the Formosan ultra-rich and the presidential assassination. Thousands of already low-paid delivery workers lose jobs to carrier drones. 5 reasons why you should go to the new vegan muffin shop. Double or nothing right now. Error spotted in a satellite which would have caused it to crash. It's now slated to reach orbit successfully this week. Genetically modified crops proven to be a hoax. Use all natural fertilizer. The military industry complex is tackling progressive issues by having their first ever female CEO. Tidings grim. Life should not be too predictable. Do you not agree? We could use a little bit of alteration and alternation every so often, and I have developed just a thing for it. Quote for the day: every other profile has to die. Must now return to my research. Fate. So let's look at this. So it's better if they live. That's a question mark. It's better if they die. But this person dying might be better anyways. It's like not much of a thing anyway. Okay, so live, die, live, die. Live, die, live, die. Okay. I guess we can read it. Lisi Ree, 31, anthropologist. Lisi is famous for the photographs of island communities. Some of their work includes Kinu, how many colors can a skirt have? New Old Land, is it really that new? Chernogorskar, a gateway to overeating. They spend free time in their garden positioning knee-high indigenous stone statues between herb patches. Ahmad Zakaria, 46, farmer/inventor. Ahmad has never been happy with the status quo, as in with whatever they currently happen to have. They're always aiming higher and further, experimenting in various different fields in order to find new ways for even ever more productive crops. Takahiro Nagai, 44, golfer. Takahiro loves hitting a tiny ball with a stick. There's no doubt about it. Just whack that tiny ball real hard and see where it lands. Sometimes it even lands where it's supposed to. Oftentimes not. It doesn't matter, as Takahiro also loves refreshing walks and searching for things. Jewel Gray, a biochemist, 35, biochemist. Jewel was born in the countryside but moved to the big city to go to the university. They like rock concerts and bars. Although their visits have fallen due to having substance abuse issues in the past, they're trying to find a cure for the chicken flu. Theophania Einer 40CO. Theophania is the latest heir of the Einer family. The family started off providing security almost 100 years ago with the initial Monitor C consulting firm. Over time, they acquired a number of factories and grew into the arms-providing conglomerate not known as a Sundowner Security Service. Kiyo Akihito, 62 farmer. Kiyo has lived in 4 different countries, finally settling down at the Sun County wine region, where they now work as a viticulturist. They enjoy fast food and cooking and horse riding and have 7 grandchildren who often visit. Pyotr Adamowski, 23 nanny. A nanny for the somewhat well-off middle class, it's what Pyotr came to Cosmopolis for. With initial 1-year contract, they saw it as a decent way to escape their Reconstruction-era home country. It's a nice adventure when you're young at least. Price Mallard, 30, photographer. Price started their photography career by taking tasteful nudes, but soon got bored and decided to turn towards the nature of photography instead. They stalked the countryside for glorious vistas, and sometimes even aimed their camera at birds and wildlife.
Hey there. What you up to, killer?
Will you ever leave me alone?
Can't do that. I'm deeply ingrained. The suffering. How many lives have you taken? Do you even count? Starting to look a bit grim, ain't it? I guess that's already in the name. Grim Reaper.
That's my name, so what? I'm not hurting anyone personally. Not my place to rattle the status quo. That's my name, so what?
Nothing. Believe it's for a good cause, as always. It's not as if life and death are directly in your control. No wonder fate picked you for the crafting pot.
Grim, welcome. Remember when I told you of my idea to become an author? I think I have reached a conclusion.
I'm all ears, metaphorically speaking.
Appreciated. Now, you might find this shocking. Truly, I have decided to set myself upon the path of grand artistry. I shall compose a novel most illustrious, one that will explain everything.
Cool, can I read it?
Certainly, once it is finished. You will be the recipient of the first copy of the first printing. Anyway, we have some official business to take care of, yes? The tedium of profiles.
I'm surprised Lady Poddington didn't get the first copy.
Nothing amiss here, as far as I can see. Your adherence to the rules is admirable. Now I bid thee goodbye. The inaugural words of the greatest novel of all time will be engraved tonight.
Batten down the hatches. 'Tis a storm of sails.
Young biochemist dies in a fire at work. Is chicken flu ever finding a vaccine? Would it? Oh. I was so confused by that. You must see this video of a laughing man dressed as Indiana Jones stealing a raw chicken from a store. Photographer resolves a decade-old dispute between neighbor by baking a cake. Death of viticulturist drastically lowers the overall quality of wines from Sun County. Looking at this complete idiot farmer who got crushed by their own tract, Sundowner announces another 50 billion arms sail to Wasgard. When will people realize these kinds of superficial reformist changes are not some progressive step forward. The arms industry still works the same no matter who is technically in charge. Grim, I will keep this short. I am assessing a systematic bias in our balancing mythology. Quoted, the last 3 humans coming from the facts have to die. I'm counting on the accuracy of your judgment. Make it count. I have no idea what the last 3 are, so I'm just gonna pick the 3 that should die. I think I said that last time as well. But it's like, who is to say? Guess he should die. So they want 3 people to die. I mean, let's see. So this one was on the bottom row, I'm pretty sure. This prosecutor has what it takes when it comes to always getting their conviction numbers up. No matter what, they'll try every trick in the book to get defendants, especially those of a different national background, convicted of any, no matter how frivolous offense. Wait, when it comes to always getting their conviction numbers up, to get defendants, especially those of different national backgrounds. How frivolous offense. I mean, I could put that in the bottom 3 and say those are like the last 3 that came out. Still somewhat follow the rules there. Franklin Havre, 35 pilot. Franklin considers themselves a hotshot pilot, having modeled their demeanor after an action movie they saw at a young age. They wear large sunglasses all the time, drive around on a motorcycle and attempt reckless stunts in their aircraft. Peyton Justice, 27, unemployed as copywriter. Peyton is a train writer but has always struggled to find work when they aren't trying to find a job. They enjoy writing rap lyrics about street life. Gwendolyn Chi, 30, network engineer. Gwendolyn is not exactly sure when their career as a network engineer stagnated. It's definitely not what they dreamed of doing with their life, but they're barely just content enough, and their large family depends on their income. This side would be better for them to live, right? Yeah. Agnes Armitage, 37, policy consultant. There is nothing like the smell of freshly mined coal in the morning. At least that's what Angus believes. They consult politicians on all energy-related policy, always advocating for more drilling, more mining, more cutting. Clean energy is for losers, apparently. Gordon Anagonia, 44, pharmacist. Gordon got through medical college mostly by cheating. As such, they barely remember what they were taught. When people ask for consultation on the pharmacy, they usually say a lot of random but smart-sounding words. They also often sell the medicine randomly. Anna von Wolfenstein, 48, judge. Anna has worked as a judge for 20 years and loves their job very much. Not so much because of the bringing of justice, but because of the political power the position brings. And Anna likes having power and influence a little bit too much. Yeah, okay. I mean, these were... Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Grim, why are you here? Oh, right. The daily... always in positions when I have important research to perform. Let us get on with it. I see the exact amount of profiles necessary. Good job, I guess. Yes, that should suffice, I imagine.
Hey, could I ask you some more questions, maybe?
Questions, Grim. Fine. I have trouble finding inspiration anyway. Perhaps your questions will assist me. Make sure they are deep and meaningful.
What do you think dying is like?
No idea. Our immortality precludes us from such knowledge. Yet, I imagine it would be a pleasant release.
But what if death is extremely bad and unpleasant?
In that case, at least one only dies once. But more likely, death is just nothingness. And nothing, being nothing, has no inherent positive or negative effects. Any other questions?
Is there an afterlife?
Not in the sense that humans consider it, no.
In paradise and the suffering and the rest of it. What if the afterlife is a dating game where you must... No endless suffering in the grasp of cosmic horrors?
Hardly. Any other questions?
Do you think mortals have some drive towards death?
Because they seem to find themselves in life-threatening situations all the time?
Something like that, yes. They do often seem willing to throw their lives away for stupid reasons. They do often seem willing to throw their lives away for stupid reasons.
Life is unpredictable and lacks an innate meaning. I imagine it is up to them to make their lives meaningful. Even if it sometimes ends up being fatal. Any other questions?
Can language even deal with the concept of death?
Unlikely.
That doesn't stop art and literature from trying. I said, yeah, I figured. That doesn't stop art and literature from trying.
One must make do with what they have. Art does seem an attempt of immortalization, as humans feel the ever-present breath of death. A hybrid of entertainment, meaning-making, and the preservation of a facet of identity, carved into matter that might outlast the being itself. At least until all matter ceases to be.
When's that going to happen?
Any day now. Any other questions?
Actually, I got nothing.
Grand. Goodbye, Grim. The muse beckons.